Ooh, got some nice lavender right there. Just coming out the fence. Nice. What is that, a tomato? Yeah, a tomato. And I want to say I recognize this, but I don't actually know the name of it. Weeds, weeds, weeds. Dude's got corn stalks too. That's pretty awesome. Like some flowering corn. Got some raised garden beds over there. I wear my sunglasses in the day, 'cause I'm not a total tard. This looks like a peach, right? That's peach. I think it's peach. Yeah, that's peach. Another peach, right? I mean, I don't think they're gonna eat this, so I don't think it's like a crime if I put my hand over there. But yeah, that looks like peach too. Hollyberry. Another peach? Why are there so many peaches in these backyards? That's cool. Booze trash, you know. The slick and hip name for trash that is booze trash. I wear my sunglasses in the day so I can cut out the glare for my eyes to see. See, this is a nice actual little brick fence there. I think if I lived near a ditch, that's probably what I'd do. Actually, to be honest, I'd probably do what this guy's doing, I guess. Oh. Looks like avocado. Yeah, this looks like avocado. Looks like a really big avocado. A huge avocado and a huge rose bush. Yeah, that is a huge, that's a really, dude, that's a gnarly big bottom on a rose bush. Oh, cool, some chatters. Grim Reaper, hi. Oh, hello, Grim Reaper. 80 HD bricks. Yo! Latin AI in Cali. Isn't it too hot to be walking in the sun? Whitey. I guess so. I mean, I don't know. It's not like 100. It's like 90. So it's not that bad. I was just walking along this ditch and like checking if people had little goods to eat like this. There's actually quite the tomato plant and avocado tree back there, but like I think this is a fig. I'm pretty sure this is just like a really big fig. It's probably like 15 or 20 years old, which is awesome. No-Show Williams, didn't forget about you. Totally saw you there. Hello. I'm guessing there's a bird's nest there because that's a lot of bird shit. This is the Top Pocket podcast with DJONPAW. That sounds about right. What is this? KSS though. This guy made his own cool little fence here, which is awesome. Looks like something out of I don't know, maybe like the second Rambo movie, or no, the third Rambo movie. I think the first one he was in Vietnam. The second one, I'm not really sure. I think the third one it was more like desert stuff like this, like, you know. But at first I thought this was a grapevine, but now that I'm looking at it, it looks like a passion fruit or something maybe, or it's on the tip of my tongue. I just can't think of it. Oh, there's another one. Got two there. Nice. Oh, they got a bunch of dragon fruit too. That's funny. This reminds me of Rambo 3, but the top reminds me of Rambo 1. In, you know, John Rambo terms. So, little known fact. Some people say that John Rambo's character was kind of after like G.I. Joe, sort of, which is funny because, you know, I think the original G.I. Joe's name was like Joseph B. Colton, and then they had John Rambo, so it's like, you know, typical whitey names, as Latin AI in Cali said. And then this, I want to say it's a moringa tree, but it might not be. It might be something else. Hey, cute little doggy. I never got why people like poodles so much. What's funny is like the people that like poodles are just like, oh yeah, man, poodles are the smartest dogs. Poodles are the best hunting dogs, like all this stuff. But to be honest, I'm not a poodle enthusiast myself. More dragon fruit. Got some tomato there. Maybe like a globe-sized tomato, something like that, or like a, you know, like a Burpee's Best or whatever. Not a Beef Master, not a cherry. Right in the middle. And got here. Wow, your shadow is huge. Thank you for noticing. I'd also thank you not to stare. There's a lot more about me than my shadow. Here. Hi, DJ. Good to see you. Hello, stranded life form. How are you this wonderful afternoon? As you can see, it is beautiful in Southern California, so I decided to take a walk. He says that, no, wow, stranded life form, good enough. I'm melting in the shade. That sounds hot. Melt in the shade. Huh. Yeah, these are, I don't know. Not sure what that is, but it looked like if you rub the leaves on it, it would probably smell good and have a lot of that, like, citronella smell to it. And that up there, I want to say that's that stuff that, like, it doesn't taste good by itself, but if you add like strawberry to it, it's really good. There's like guava. I think it's guava, which is awesome. Guava is excellent if you do it with other fruits. Got some sugar cane there. Awesome. It looks like that's a papaya. Like one of the more stinkier tropical fruits. I want to say that's a mango right there. Sorry, I mean to show you my beefy forearm, but you know, no brags, just facts. I think that's a mango up there, papaya. So this is a pretty, this is a pretty like tropical, subtropical. And I want to say that one right there with like the red little tips. I think that's a eucalyptus. Oh, and he's got a banana too. That's awesome. Whoever this is, they have a similar taste in stuff that I do. Bananas. I wonder if they have a bunch anywhere. I don't see a bunch. That's a good size banana plant. I believe it's it's technically a perennial herb. A lot of people say banana tree. Don't feel bad. I didn't know that much about bananas until like 2 or 3 years ago. Bananas.org is an awesome place to go if you want to know banana facts. I think this is from the look of it, I think that's a nectarine, because it's not, the little tiny fruits on there are not furry. So I think that's a nectarine right there. Whew. Tasty backyard, brah. When you're in SoCal, you got to talk like an idiot, sort of, to like fit in. Oh, here's that plant that I was like, yo, I'll bet you if you put your finger on it, it's gonna... No, I just can't smell anything. Maybe that's my problem, though. Oh, look at that. That's like a sumo. I think it's a sumo mandarin orange, or maybe it's just like overgrown lemons, maybe. Am I showing the camera like right at the sun? Am I doing it right at the sun? Is that not the way to go? Latin AI in Cali. It's not so much a backyard. It's they're like gated. It's the backyard's like way that way. This is basically just like a hill that I don't even know if these people necessarily plant things there on purpose. I think birds like poo out seeds and it plants itself possibly. Because I saw there was like 10 peach trees right next to each other, which was odd. That up there, I can't remember the name of that because I'm like, you know, just escapes my tongue right now. Well, yeah, it's like that, like little banana. I don't think anybody like purposely. I'd have purposely put that there. I don't know. Those morning glories are pretty. Yeah, nice. Beautiful purple flowers here. I hope the sun's not really messing with the picture too much. It's amazing. There's a lot of perennial flowers that you can just plant in California. And we don't really get winters. So all of a sudden, they come back in spring, which is nice. Jeff said hi. What's up, Jeff? Same here, 95, 96, nice. 7:30. It's 4:30 where I am. That see like that, like people just kind of forget about their stuff here. I don't know if you can tell, but like that's totally a like that's a tomato cage with I think aloe vera just like overgrowing it. So people kind of they kind of forget about their little backyard area, their hill area, because I think they put like a perimeter bush or something, and then maybe they used to come down the hill like a few years ago. Oh, look at that. Now, I think this here, I think that's an actual moringa, because I think that's the moringa flower. I hope you guys can see that. Can I like shade you so you can kind of see it better? There's an avocado. And another avocado. And that is like a really big succulent. Man, they got more stuff up there, but like I don't necessarily want to show their backyard. Oh, that's cool. They got a baby magnolia tree, which is, I think it's just called the Little Gem. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, what do we have here? This looks like squash or watermelon or... Oh, it's watermelon. See that little guy? There's a little little lady down there. And people are insane about calling something the wrong he, she, or it lately. Yeah, it's like a little watermelon patch. Oh, they got bags around their watermelons. That way they don't get soggy. I think this is just plain old dragon fruit. That's a cool one. Yeah, this is a nice little backyard. Got the old, see, that's what I mean, is like, I don't know when the last time these people really tended their gardens. Like, I don't know when that could be. But there's a hose like just kind of across the steps, so I'm assuming it wasn't. Oh my God! That's a ripe plum. Are you guys gonna tell on me if I take a plum? I don't even know if that's a plum. I think it's a plum from the leaves and the bark. Like I think that's a plum tree, but it could be like one of them. Like one of them fancy like half and halves, like a aprium or a pluot, or we have some pretty cool trees here because I think it's the Zager family and the Dave Wilson deciduous tree company. Like this might not even be a plum. Like this could actually be it could be a plum cherry hybrid. It could be a lot of things. Oh, but I want one so bad. It's taking a lot of patience not to grab the old fruit there. It'd be nice if somebody would pop their head in and be like, "Hey, what are you doing, miscreant?" And I could just be like, "I'm no miscreant. I'm DJONPAW. I'm your new best friend. You just haven't met me yet." Because after all, a stranger is a friend you just haven't met yet. I kind of walked past that at first, but obviously a grapevine here. There's little grapes. Like, where were they? I saw grapes. I promise I'm not lying to you. Where did they go? Where did they go? Do, 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 do. I feel like when I stopped like right here, and I looked up and saw grapes, and I was like, "Ooh, that's good footage. I should show that." But then they disappeared on me. Sometimes grapes can be sneaky, especially table grapes. Wine grapes, I think they're like just happy to be a part of the culture. But table grapes, they're like, "No, you're not even gonna turn me into something fancy. I'm just gonna be eaten and crapped out." And they get all sad and emotional, but that's life, you know. Man, maybe I didn't see actual one. Maybe I just saw like the dead foliage and thought that was grapes. Whatever. Oh, there it is. Okay, little tiny grapes right there. Can you guys see that? Little grapes right there. I think grapevine's roots go down pretty far, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a fig, the old fig here. Where is it? Here we go. Yeah, so you got some hot fig footage there. Yeah, dude, figs are awesome in California. Look at that. They got more grapevine up there. I think these are just like random weedies here. I think this is more grapes, to be honest. More grapes, more grapes. I think that's like a loquat, or, you know, like one of them things. I don't really know what. It's one of those, you know, like you get really familiar with the trees that you do have, and then someone will have something else, and you'll be like, "I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is." They're like, "Oh, it's an orange." And you're like, "Oh, an orange. Yeah, I forgot about oranges. Oh, look at all that. Make a citrus delight punch out of that. Pretty sweet." And there's more of that. Like just a bunch of, trying to get so the telephone pole's in the way of the camera. I think that's loquat, kumquat, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, there's a bit of it. And what's funny is I don't necessarily think a lot of these people pick these fruits. I think that it's like a snackrifice, if you will. That is half snack and half sacrifice. That way the rodents do not go closer to the house. So I think the rodents just like go out here later at night and don't bother like harassing the actual residents. Oh, see that? Like this is just like a bunch of succulents. I think that's the yucca, right? Any Hispanios in the chat? Is that a yucca? I think it's a yucca. Oh, and this, in case you didn't notice, this is the ditch. Or a ditch. I don't know. I guess that sounds a little more important if you say the ditch. I guess this used to be a patio. I don't know. It's like, looks like yeah. This is what I mean is I think a lot of people like they used to tend this. I don't know, 15, 20 years ago or something, but not too much anymore. Ooh, that is a very large lemongrass. Make a little tea out of that. Make myself a homemade sauna and just breathe it in, baby. That corn. Corn, and it looks like one of those big, like, lemon things again. Whatever it is. More tomatoes. That's a lot of tomatoes, bruh. Ugh, gotta stop saying bruh. Peach. See, these are like a lot of people think that like, oh, the bigger the tree, the better. But I don't know. You know, I have these like deciduous fruit trees. They grow pretty fast. They just I think I cut them correct to how I wanted them to. But then, you know, you start reading these articles and they're like, oh, you know, a lot of orchards are doing this columnar per square foot, you know, you get more fruit or something like that. I'm just like, man. So I think that's sugar cane, and it's dark on the bottom, so it's like, I don't know. I think there's like 3 or 4 different kinds of sugar cane, but for the most part, it's one kind of sugar cane that grows here. And then sometimes somebody will, you know, go to a nursery and get a fancy kind. Like I think they have a variegated one and a couple others. Yeah, I think that's all sugar cane up there. And a little corn. Maybe it's corn. I don't know. I get the two confused because I think they're grass-like, bamboo-like. There's more guava. Big old avocado. And yeah, like, you know, a lot of people just let these go. They're just kind of like, this is actually pretty nice. Little step there, nice lock, keeping their stuff safe. Little barbecue. Holy dog shit! That's a big cactus. Oh, and a pomegranate, nice. But look, like there's just, you know, there's rotting fruit, there's developing fruit, nasturtium. I don't think these people actually eat their fruit. I don't think anybody eats them. Seems like I don't want to say inappropriate, but it seems like that's a lot of, it's just a whole lot of pomegranate tree and cactus. Beautiful rosebush tree, no roses. I guess that takes away from the beautiful part of it, but yeah. Ooh, into the spooky area. Oh man, I was looking into the sun. I can barely see under this thing. You hear that? Can you guys hear that? Boo! Ooh, you guys are chatting, nice. Woohoo! They will grow those yummy fruits. That nay, long as the person goes through the process and it does it the right way and abide by all laws, I have no issue with that. It's the illegals that are the problem. Yeah, I'd say anything illegal is pretty much a problem. And I think that some people have a hard time understanding that. So that's like a big problem in our society right now is the changing of definitions of words, which is bogus, you know. Yeah, see, I think I think the next stream I might be knocking on these people's front doors and being like, yo, if I do a little gardening work for you, how about some fruit, brother? That part of it, yeah. Okay. I'll have to compete with foreigners and people over almost impossible. It's an issue across the nation. Oh, look at my hand here. Across the nation. Yeah, it seems like we're going through some changes as far as like I don't know, there's a lot of changes happening. There's changes in laws, changes in policy. And, you know, you kind of hope they're for the good. And you don't want to be one of those jaded people that's like, oh, these things are always changing and snowballing in the wrong direction, brother. But then again, you know, like, I'll be honest, I've never been invited to a doomsday cult. That's probably the only reason that I don't want to be in one. But if I got invited to a doomsday cult, it sounds awesome. Like growing your own food, finding a wife, and then procreating as much as you can, stockpiling gold, weapons, like, you know, possibly owning a tractor. Like, these are all things that I think I'm just saying, yeah, there's negatives to a doomsday cult, but there's a lot of positives too. A whole lot of positives, and we don't want to just overlook those positives, especially if someone's nice enough to invite you to a doomsday cult. I think it's just the fact that the word doomsday is in the phrase doomsday cult. That's why. You know. Oh, look at that. The old Jesus sticker there. It's kind of peeled off though. It says not with you. Oh, that's weird. There's like a Trump and a Jesus. But then they ripped off the Trump. Maybe we should keep the two separate, I guess, but yeah, I think the reason that people don't like doomsday cults is just because the word doomsday. Like, what if you called it like a security cult? Hey, I'm looking to have security in the future. Right? I'm having security for, like, yeah, I'm looking forward to doomsday happening and getting security for that. So I think that's the reason why people demonize it. It's just because of the word doomsday. If you use the word like security instead, everybody would join a security cult. They don't want to join a doomsday cult. How's it going? But yeah, at first I thought that was maybe like, you know, sugar cane, like sugar cane down there, but I think it's just bamboo. Uh-oh. I was not abiding by the rules there. I was on the wrong side of the road. I didn't really notice. I don't want to cause any trouble, I suppose. But yeah, joining a cult? What if it wasn't a doomsday cult or a security cult and you were just like this freaking squirrel scared to... Okay. So instead of security cult or doomsday cult, what if it was strawberry cult? You know what I mean? Like if there was a cult area somewhere here in California, I'd love to join a strawberry cult. Like people just obsessed with growing strawberries and multiplying. And they say that strawberries are the second cash crop in California, you know, behind cannabis. I would totally join a strawberry cult. I'd join the security cult too. I'm not gonna lie, I won't lie at all. I'd join the doomsday cult because it sounds like you're like in defense of doomsday. Or you would have some kind of measures that you have already taken. I'm just saying, there's that song Cult of Personality. It's a jam. Like, why are we demonizing the word cult so much? Is it really that bad? I remember when they were called preppers. I like the term prepper. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes, I'm glad he didn't go Karen on me too. I think people just like hang back here and, you know, get drunk and smoke cigarettes sometimes. Just between you and me, I do have some stuff in my pockets that would most likely keep me safe if someone were to try to Karen me, so to speak. So, plus I think the biggest deterrent in like, you know, you see people get randomly attacked like on a weird like Telegram or YouTube video. Most of the time the person that gets attacked isn't large, and thankfully I am large, so I think it affords me like kind of acting goofy sometimes, and nobody's like, oh, this guy's a threat. It's like, no, it's just a goofy large guy. I don't, you know. Yeah, I think he was just chilling, having a beer. A tall boy, which to me does not make sense. Why would you buy a tall boy if you like alcohol that much, you know? I'm gonna turn my light on. I don't know how I did that. Hold on. There. Okay, my light's off. So let's picture like you like the alcohol. You like a drinky poo. Why would you buy a tall boy? That's like the worst deal. Same with a 40. Like a 40 is not a very good deal on alcohol. If you were a smart alcoholic, you would most likely buy something like say like a Bush Ice or like a natural ice, because it costs the same as a like a Keystone or a natural light, but I think it's got like 1% more of alcohol, and you're buying a 30 pack. So this whole like tall boy thing, the 24-ounce can, I say tall boy because I'm a cool slanger from California, but it just seems like if you buy the 12-ounce can in the 30 pack and then you get the ice instead of the light, you get more alcohol in the actual can itself, and then you get more ounces of alcohol per cent or dollar also. So that's why I don't understand why people that drink all the time, why they would buy like the, you know, airplane sized alcohol or the tall boy sized beer can. It just doesn't, numbers wise, it doesn't make sense. Ooh. Something took a dump over there. I don't know what. I don't want to accuse the local residents, but you know, didn't look like an animal's, but whatever. Bruh, that's really, I gotta stop saying bruh. I really gotta stop saying bruh. Look at that. That is just a beautiful looking plant right there. That's cool. What's that, little sticky balls things? Yeah, that's cool. Then it like goes up and then that's neat. Let me see here. You have come to the fork in the road. I can go off the beaten path over there. Or, yeah, I'll probably just stick to the bike trail. But yeah, I mean, if you're going to let alcohol consume your life, why wouldn't you try to get a good deal on it? Like, what are you, punishing yourself? Maybe, I don't know, that could be it, I'm not really sure, but it just seems like you would want the better deal. Like box wine. They say box wine stays better than bottled wine. Yeah, it's the stipulation, it's box wine, but it's like, if you're going to, I'm just saying, if that's what you're into, why not, Ooh, little rabbit. Hello, Mr. Fufu. No, he does not want to play. Do. Diversity. Cigarettes. Yeah, you know what? I didn't really, I definitely, I think it was tobacco. I'm not positive, but I think it was. What we got here? See, that has a very pleasant smell to it. Kind of from afar, I thought it was rosemary. I was gonna be like, hey, everybody who's saying bad stuff about California right now, I just want you to know, we totally have rosemary just growing on the side of the dirt road. I should have just lied to you and said it was rosemary. Oh man, don't you want to move to California now? Bruh. Oh, geez, I gotta stop saying that. But yeah, I noticed that like, so everybody likes, or not everybody, but people on the internet like to crap on California right now. And it's just like, okay, so California, as you can see, like I'm walking around, I'm not being stabbed, which is nice. I'm totally grateful for that. But, there's other cities like say, I don't know, Chicago, Detroit, Atlanta, St. Louis, New York. It's all these cities that are like terrible. In my opinion, because of all the shootings, they're way worse than LA or California itself. I guess if I were to come up with the argument, it would be LA because that's like the big city or whatever. But it's like, there's way worse cities. What's really funny is I think that the Hispanics kind of keep the other maybe a little darker personalitied individuals in check. So, and that's another thing, is it's like, I don't know which one's worse. I'm not joining either one of them, but I don't know. There's just something to be said because we have way less shootings than the other major cities in LA compared to the other major cities like Chicago or whatever. But yeah, I just think it's popular to make fun of California right now because we have we have like that terrible governor and then the bad mayor and all that stuff, and then obviously they're not. It's kind of like Chicago where they had I think it was Lori Lightfoot, and now they have Brandon somebody, and obviously they're not on the side of the Chicagoans. I think that's how you say it, Chicagoans. So we obviously have political representation that is not on our side. And I think that's why it gets popular to make fun of us, like, on the internet. So I think it's just a trend right now. Hopefully the bullies will move on their list, because I like it here. There's probably a couple other places I could like too, but you know, for now it's like, this is the castle I'm in, so might not like the representation of the king or clergy or whatever you would word it, but the politicians, but you know, I don't think it's that bad. At least not yet. I could get worse. I'm enjoying my time so far. Oh, squirrel. Dang, I got a pretty good sweat going here. Not like pouring sweat, but you know, there might be a sweat bead dripping down the old nosarino right now. Which is nice, because a lot of times for exercise I go to the gym, and I'd rather you know, not go to the gym every day, just because I'm 42, so I feel like sort of beat up after all that. So, you know, putting in 2 hours in the gym is fun, but just like not every day. Got a little time to recover. I went way too hard in the paint on leg day on Friday. And by Sunday, if I was going up or down stairs, oh man, it was like an official punishment that did not feel good. I was having a hard time going up and down the stairs. Well, what's going on here? Am I not able to get over back where I came from? Sometimes you think to yourself, like, yeah, oh yeah, I could totally jump this fence, bro. And then you're just like, no, why would I even attempt it? Look at that. Look at this. It's flimsy up there. I don't know if I should put all my body weight there. Well, okay. That's where I want to be. But here's where I am. Yeah, I gotta go back. Every good explorer knows. Every Christopher Columbus dude at heart knows. Sometimes you gotta go back. Sometimes you just know better. Don't mess around with the guy wearing shades in the day. Oh no. I'll wear my sunglasses in the day. Cause that's what normal people do in this state. I know what you're thinking, voice of an angel. Uh-oh. I don't know. I've never been much of a drinker, and I don't like beer, so I don't get either. Yeah, drinking might not be the best for you. If you can, keep it to one and then like just, really get into the flavor, I guess, as opposed to the effect, that's better. LA and SF are giving the whole state a bad rep on Ford. Yeah, I feel like they are. So it's like Oakland and somewhat San Diego, but Well, I feel like I'm glad somebody's here watching me, because I am lucid. Like, there's these little trails, and I think they go nowhere. I have to do. I think I'm gonna have to jump a creek. Well, I need to get to bed. Oh, nighty night, stranded life forms. Man, I hope there's not a snake in here. Man. When I said go around, I should have said way around. As every good explorer knows. What are we doing here? What's going on? Yeah. So I think my titty got kind of hot. As I have you on my top shirt pocket. I think it got kind of hot and I pushed a few buttons. So I don't know how long the camera was out, but you're back to exploring with DJONPAW. Who plants a tree right here and makes a nice little berm? That's weird. Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah. We got a good show for you today, y'all. Woo. I am feeling it here. Just wish I knew how to get back right. I thought I was going to pull that. Oh, some dog shit. I thought I was going to pull that fancy move and just do a big circle, but I goofed. I goofed hard. I don't know why I'm walking off the road. There we go. Nice little stream down there. Bum. I see something over there. We need to repeal giving larger cities more. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah, I don't know why it's highlighting this. Oh, I pinned the message. Unpin message? Yeah? Okay. Looks like you pinned a comment. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Lovely Latin AI in Cali for filling me in. Watch out. I think this gal might try to assault me. Oh, you ever have that problem when you're just like so good looking that like somebody comes by you and you're just like, oh, I think this gal's gonna at least harass me. If not, try to ask me out on a date, make me eat pizza. Ugh. I wear my sunglasses in the day 'cause I'm a normal person who respects the laws. Ooh, this is a... So, the message from YouTube says that I have a limited time on a, not right now, this is like something I read, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. But it said that like you can't just, I think the limit for most people is like 12 hours when they have a bunch of subscribers. But supposedly there's like a different limit for people that don't have as many. So I'm not sure what that limit is though, to tell you the truth. I mean, you can kind of tell why California has a lot of homeless people. Like, it doesn't ever really get too cold here, especially in Southern California compared to Northern. In places like Laguna Beach, they have a, what's it called? They have like a, not a sanctuary, but it's like on the hush hush, but they totally have like a facility for the homeless to go to at night. So the rest of the day, they're like hanging out, on the nice beach. Rich people probably give them food. So you can kind of see why a homeless person could get comfortable in the situation. Not that they should, but let's see. Looks like you pinned a message. Now I pinned that message. Woo! I'm becoming a pro at this. Not really, but Yeah. What the? There's a banana bunch right there, what I was just talking about. So with that, beautiful. This right there, I think I'm gonna end this. All right, everybody have a good one.